completed. I'm just repeating the point. HTML was actually developed by the Tim Berners-Lee and its releases in 1993 last days. Its last days is nothing but in December, almost ending the releases, that one. The first version of the HTML. And HTML is not released by any company. It's just maintained by the W3C organization. W3C organization is maintaining and monitoring the HTML. We don't have any specific companies here. As open technology, freeware and open source. HTML is a freeware. No need to purchase any license. And HTML is a open source. We can easily see the source code of HTML. Your projects are, other projects are, whatever it may be. So companies are specially not available at an organization maintaining that one. And HTML is developed with the architecture of the SGML. At this point, try to remember, sir, it's one of the interview question in UI technologies. HTML developed based on which architecture? SGML architecture. Standard Generalized Markup Language. SGML full form, Standard Generalized Markup Language. This is what we discussed in yesterday. Now today's explanations. So what is the full form of HTML? Hypertext Markup Language. Everybody they knows that one. It's not a matter. And I want to say the meanings of HTML, not full form. Full form universal. Normal students also they know that one. What is meaning, sir? What is hyper? What is text? What is markup? What is language? That is meaning. So what is the meaning of hyper? What is the meaning of text? What is the meaning of markup as well as the language? Is there any meanings, sir? Yes, sir. The name is very, very, very suitable for their activities. What we are performing in HTML, based on the programming or based on the purpose, this is the very apted name. So see, first the meanings will get an idea. Hyper means, sir, programming terminology, hyper means navigation. In HTML language, hyper is nothing but an navigation. Navigations means not Google navigation, sir. Maybe you are thinking Google navigation system. So this is programming navigation system. What is the use of that navigation, sir? Moving from one place to another place, or moving from one web page to another web page. I'll show the small thing here. So this is one web page. And this is the another web page. A website is a collection of web pages. We know this definition, right? Website is a collection of web pages. So these are the three different pages, are page 1, page 2, page 3. And all this combination is called as a website. If you combine all these pages, then it becomes as a website. But user means internet user. How they are moving from one page to another page, sir? Because when you are opening any website, 3 pages opens or 1 page opens, sir, generally. 1 page only opens. So first page is displaying some content. Yes, watching of this content completed. I want to move to next page. But I'm not developer. I'm just internet user, common public. What to do? We have to click somewhere. A link's available. Go to next page or page number 2, no something. So compulsory here some links available. When you click on this link, we are navigating to this page. Again, if you click somewhere here, we are navigating to this page. This is called as navigation. Moving from one web page to another web page is a common thing and compulsory thing in our website, sir. Flipkart, Amazon, whatever it may be. When you open any website, first home page is displaying some information available. Along with that information, we have some links and buttons also. When you click on that link or when you click on the button, immediately we are moving to the next page. That is this one. So this navigation system is called as programmatically hyper. This is called as hyper. So conclusion, sir, hyper is nothing but in a link. It helps to move from one web page to another web page, and it is supporting to move from one web page to another web page. So that is the first word meaning. Without these, can you expect any website? Without these links and without these navigations, can you expect any website? No. 100% of websites we have this one. So that's why the first word, hyper. To what we are doing in our website, that our task or operation reflective name is this one. Next, the second word, text we are calling, sir. Yes, sir. Second word is the text. So what is this text, sir? Programming terminology, text is nothing but an data. Data are values. Student number, student name, course join, fees paid. These are the data. The same thing here we are calling as a text. Why text we are calling, sir? HTML language, any type of data, it is treating like as a text. You give an integer number, it considered as a text. You are given double values, it considered as a text. If you give an email ID, password, date of birth, date of death, everything, I'm treating as a text to text to text. Universal data type here. Different data types are not available in HTML. So text is nothing but a data generally, or we can also say as a values. But why the text is comes suddenly here, sir? When you are performing this navigation process, sometimes with our interference, sometimes without our interference, some data traveling from the page number 1 to page number 2. Some data, maybe your email ID, or maybe your browser ID, maybe your system IP address, maybe your password, your contact number, something. It's forwarding from page number 1 to page number 2. Sometimes you know that one because it explicitly happens, and sometimes we don't know that one. Reason implicitly happens. But data transportation, pakka, confirm. If we users knows or users doesn't know, so the situation is deciding that one. So when you are navigating the page 1 to page 2, page 2 to page 3, some values also carry forwarding here. Compulsory, yes, sir. If the previous data comes to the second page can continue that operations. Without having the previous page information, second page performing the task is not possible. It's generally problem. Best example, your online shopping, sir. Flipkart or Amazon, online shopping. Best example. How, sir? Product we are selecting in Amazon, but money paying in money payment. Amazon only, yeah? Product you selected in Amazon, money payment where you are going to performing. Banks websites or UPS apps, right? But payments not happens in our Amazon directly. Amazon is just e-commerce website. It exploring all the products information. That's all. But it doesn't take the money from you. You have to pay the money through SBI Bank, HDFC Bank, GPay, some Amazon Pay, something. So all payments are done in a separate app or separate website, right? But I have some SBI Bank accounts, sir. After selecting the product, we are clicking on proceed to payment. When you click on the proceed to payment, next screen will get the payment options. Which type of payment you want to do? Credit card, debit card, net banking, or something. They're asking. I selected net banking, sir. Next, which bank? SBI Bank I selected. When I select the SBI Bank, immediately SBI Bank website is opens or not? Confirmed. It's asking your login, SBI Bank account ID, customer ID, and a PIN code. Successfully I log into SBI Bank. Next screen. It's asking how much amount you want to pay, or directly it is showing your payment amount. How much amount you want to pay? Asking. Sure. Huh? I did the shopping 1 lakh, but paying 10,000 only. Chances available. It's asking the amount, how much you want to pay, or it just showing the confirmation that this is the amount I'm going to deducting from your account. Amount directly displaying, it's never going to asking the customer. They asked customer, Amazon shutter close within 1 month. Because our Indian powers are different. Don't underestimate the Indian. So 1 lakh we are purchasing, 10,000 we are paying. Like general thing. That's a no banking website is asking the amount from the customer. It directly displaying the amount. This is the amount you did the shopping. Are you interested to pay or not? Accept or decline. Only 2 options available. Payment 10,000 rupees it displaying. How the SBI bank they knows I purchased 10,000 or not? I did the shopping in SBI bank. I did the shopping in HDFC bank. No. But how this bank program they knows the 10,000 rupees only exactly shop amount? So background, some communication is going on. The data transmission is going on here. So Amazon program is sending some information as a parameters. Programming students, you know parameter meaning. So it's sending that all shopping amount details to your banking website as a parameters. So banking program receiving that parameters, analyzing and directly showing this is the amount I'm going to deducting. You are interested or not? That's all. Again, it's not ever asking enter the amount. So there is the live example for the data transmission is going on or not. Our second situations are IRCTC is there now. Indian Railways ticket booking, right? If I want to book the ticket in IRCTC, how many pages we have to travel minimum? Minimum number of pages. 3 to 4 pages compulsory. Actually, it is 7 pages we are traveling. 7th page your ticket is comes. The last page is 7th page your complete ticket is comes. Before that 6 pages you travel. First search screen from station and to station. Next train selection screen. Which train you want to travel? A train we are selecting. Class also we are selecting. Next one login is asking. Next one passenger details is asking. After given the passenger details, one preview screen is comes. This is pre-check the details properly. Preview, ticket preview. Passenger name, train name, date, class, every information display. If it is okay, go to payment. Payment also done. Finally, ticket is comes, right? In that final ticket, my from station the name is available or not? From station name, to station name, date of journey available in the ticket or not? Yes, but where I actually entered the details? Page number 1. Where it is displaying in? Page number 7. How? So much of journey. So background data is going to transporting like this. Another situation like. But all these pages data, if you maintain, then only ticket producing is possible. Otherwise, sir, if I confirmed the ticket or if I booked the ticket, details is unable to produce it. Because train station details available in page number 1, passenger details available in page number 4, ticket printing on the page number 7. Coordination required compulsory every page to every page. Carrying forwarding is compulsory, the data. So it always happens in our hyperlinks, sir, when you are using the buttons or whatever it may be. So while using of this hyperlink, we are navigating from one web page to another web page. At the same time, some data is also traveling internally. The data is called as the text. But this data, in which format it is going to traveling, sir? In hyper format. The data is always traveling in the form of hyper. Hyper means, sir, tag-oriented format. Normally, programming languages, integer data forwarding, our string values we are passing, our arrays we are passing, our objects we are passing. Here, not like that, text with the support of tags. That's all. No other categories here. So the first word, what we are doing. Second word, when you are performing this navigation, some data is also transporting. And the next third word, sir, markup. It's a very simple Markup is representing the way of programming, the style of coding. So HTML, which style of programming pattern is following, that is decided by the markup. Markup, it is representing the way of coding. So what is the markup means, sir? Tags. Markup is nothing but an tags. Every programming language, every software following certain programming structures, sir. Just for your awareness, I am saying C language is following the functions. C language is following the function-oriented programming. Top to bottom, you are using functions for solving the problems in C. But Java.NET students, top to bottom, you are using the objects and classes. Java.NET students. Any Oracle student is available, sir. They're using the queries for solving of the problems. Or SQL, we don't need to write any programming. Just with the select command, insert command, update command, we can finish the task simple. The subject to subject, coding writing style is going to changing. That is called as structure of programming. But HTML is following which structures are? Functions are? No. Classes, objects are? No. Like as Oracle queries are? No. I have my own style. That style is called as tag oriented. So I'm a tag oriented programming. The tag oriented representation word is called as the markup. Markup, we are unable to understand, sir, this word. That meaning I am explaining for your convenience. Markup is representing tags. That is nothing but the programming structure is a tag oriented. If I want to design any web page, the login page or search page or registration page, whatever it may be, tags only we require. Without tags, nothing to do. If you want to design a simple web page or you want to design a very complex web page, tag support compulsory, sir. Simple. You know, all of you mathematics. Which mathematics don't ask you? General mathematics. Ganita Shastram. No, all of you. Without using the formulas, can you solve the problems in maths? Generally, not possible. Now, how much important the formulas in maths? Like the tags are, that same role is playing here. Tags compulsory to solve any problem in HTML. So suppose open any of the website, the Facebook login screen. So how this screen they designed, sir? With the markup, tags only. This total screen is designed with purely tags. Blue colors, green colors, boxes, everything is coming as the part of the HTML tags plus CSS markup. So markup meaning is that one, sir. Markup is a technical word, sir. If you have any problem with the markup, you can just simply replace with the tags. What is the significance of this word, sir? The structure of the programming. So HTML following the tag-oriented programming structure. The structure of the programming is representing of this one. Next, the last word, language. The last word is language. So what is language, sir? It's a communicator. Language is nothing but a communicator. So right now I'm explaining something and somebody you are listening and somebody you are sleeping, right? Communication, how it is going on between you and me, sir, by using one language only purely. A human being, they want to talk with another human being, one language required. A human being, they want to talk with a machine, a language is required, right? This side boys, the noise also, some noise are coming, and other students also seeing your side or not. They are also disturbing this side especially. Be careful. Those students also watching you only instead of me. Or my clever getting problem. They want to see my face only, not your face. Boys especially. If you want to talk it without coming the noise out to talk, if possible. Any noise is comes up, compulsory co-students are seeing like this. And the noise, what is this nuisance? And then fasak. Correct enough? That corner, they are seeing your faces. So this is also communication purpose. We are using the language. So HTML is also playing as a language role. HTML, hypertext markup, is also playing as a language role. Why this language, sir? I'm the web developer. Suppose we are the web developer. Our programs are executed by the browsers and producing outputs by the browsers. So I want to communicate with browser. A normal English, normal Hindi, normal Telugu, not possible. Because systems doesn't understand human beings' language. Correct? Then only you are writing C programming, sir. Then only you are writing Java programming. If system directly understands that, a system sort the collections, over. System run multi-threading program, over. Why we have to write cases of coding? So they're unable to understand our human beings' language, sir, because dependency problems are available. Then only they introduce the universal and neutral language, zeros and ones. So we are human beings. Web page designing code we are writing in English, and browsers, they should convert this one into other format. Then only they can produce the outputs. Without translation, without conversions, output doesn't come. Or who is the mediator language between the developers to browsers, sir? HTML. This HTML is playing the mediator between the web developer and web browser. HTML is a language. The responsibility of this language providing the communication between the developer and browser. So what are the operations you want to perform? We are asking the browser with the HTML support, and browser also giving the outputs with HTML supports. It's a mediator or communicator. It's playing one language role also. But HTML not available, we are unable to communicate with browser as well. Without using any language, communication with browser is not possible. Without using any language, communicating with browser or communicating with system also not possible, sir. But that language not human beings language, other than human beings language. The programming language, a query oriented language, a markup language, a something other than human beings language required. So what are the coding we are writing in general English that should be converted into browser understandable format? This HTML language is helping for us. What are the coding instructions we are typing in general English? This is our HTML code. It's a pure English only. So as a developer, total code I developed in English. But this coding instructions, how the browser understandable convertings are, for that your HTML is going to supporting for us. The another terminology, this we called as a translators also. Web page designing comes completely with English format only, sir, no other formats. Hyper navigations, the text transferring the data from one page to another page, markup, structure of programming, tag oriented programming, and it's also playing as a mediator communicator role between the web developer to web browser. The 4 words of meanings. Next one. What is the purpose of HTML, sir? HTML basically used for designing of the static web pages. We can say as a web pages, sir, no problem. Do you want to say more clearly or clarity, then use the static word. If I want to design the dynamic web pages, sir, HTML plus some other technology required. Whatever it may be. So many web technologies are required. HTML plus Java, HTML plus .NET, HTML plus Python, HTML plus PHP. Then we can design the dynamic web pages also. But right now, our course is only HTML, so I'm touching about only static web pages only. Anybody they asked the question in interviews or in open areas, why you are learning HTML or what is the use of HTML? I want to design my own web pages. Generally, second question also chance value. Which kind of pages we can develop? Static pages we can say. Second question not asking enjoy, do festival. They asked try to say this answer. What is this, sir? Just information, sir. A web page, what it contains? Web page contains the information or data. The data or information sometimes available in paragraphs format, sometimes available in headings format, sometimes available in images format, sometimes available in table format also, sometimes available in text boxes, so buttons, so check boxes, so radio buttons, etc., etc., etc. Data we can present in any format. The different shades of presentations are available. That is, I just mentioned here. Every HTML page contains some elements, or every HTML page contains some components. What are the elements or components are? Headings, paragraphs, icons, menus, logos, images, text boxes, buttons, check boxes, radio buttons, password boxes, email controls, audio, videos, animations, graphics, tables, order list, unordered list. These are the different varieties of items. Some names I listed, sir. Last etc word I used. Because all typing is not possible. The purpose of this technology, web pages, web page, what it contains, and this is all the information web page it contains. Next one, where we are using HTML, sir. Nowadays, everywhere in our web applications, we are using HTML. Without HTML, there is no place in the web. Without HTML, there is no chance in our internet. If you go for any other technologies, sir, HTML support compulsory. Simple thing. Examples are, I want to prepare some food items, sir. Vegza, non-vegza, roti sa, pulka sa, biryani sa, something. Depends upon the item, ingredients are changing, right? Spices are changing, groceries are changing. But one common water compulsory. Water mandatory. If you prepare the veg items, if you prepare the non-veg items, if you prepare the starters, if you prepare the main components, biryani, plain rice, fried rice, something, water compulsory. Without water, can you prepare any food? Possible. Without oil, possible. Without water, no. At least cleaning purpose, water required. Without cleaning, you are going to cooking. Already corona available. Next Barona comes. So water, how much importance for any type of food item preparations? HTML is that much of required for any type of web page designing in any technology available in our IT industry. Because simply, frankly speaking, the one and only technology in our in the world to design the web pages, HTML only. 100%, sir. Without using HTML, if you design any web page, if you design any website, it becomes as 8th wonder world record also, Guinness Book of Records. The fact. I'm not used any HTML, sir, but I designed a web page, sir. The Guinness Book of World Records. I will refer your name with my own money, no problem. Indirectly, impossible, no chance at all. There's somebody they are thinking, sir, who have already HTML knowledge. Sir, I used WordPress, sir. I know WordPress. I watched some YouTube videos, Rubber 2 videos, something. With that knowledge, I designed one web page in WordPress, sir. But I'm not using any HTML, sir. This type of one psychological feeling available, right? You don't know more fact to WordPress using HTML internally. Is the fact. You are feeling I'm using WordPress, I'm not using any HTML tag. What are you are believing and what are you are proudly feeling WordPress, that is using internally HTML, sir. Is the fact. So finally you will again touch it the HTML only matter. So sometimes you are working with HTML directly, explicitly. Sometimes you are using HTML internally. The identifying or not depends upon our observation levels. But HTML compulsory. If you use Visual Studio, if you use WordPress, if you use Adobe Dreamweaver, or if you use Photoshop, or if you use any other extraordinary tools, web pages we can design, plug and play operations available, right? After designing the web page, see the source code of that page. Top to bottom, we have only HTML only. So that's why a feeling, please stop it. That is not right feeling. HTML must. Next, HTML is a client-side technology. HTML is a client-side web technology. So why we called it a client-side, sir? Because operations are always performs in the client machines only. Operations always performs in the client machines only. Your source code translated in client machine. Source code. Wait. This is our code. This source code, where it is translating, sir? Not in www server. In our client machine only it is translating. And this translated code, where it is executing, sir? In our client machine only. In our laptop only. Output also produced in our laptop only. So program translated into machine code, executed and producing outputs, everything is happens in client machines, either laptop or mobiles, even mobile also. If you open any website, sir, HTML code available in that website. HTML code translated in your mobile only. 100%, sir. Your HTML code, CSS code and JavaScript code, 3 technologies are translated, executed in your mobile only. No, sir, I have some LCD TV in my home, sir, smart TV. I'm opening some websites in the TV, sir. Your TV translating your HTML code. Your TV inside software available. Without software, menus not comes and browsers also not comes. And that is going to translating your code. So 3 technologies, sir, not only HTML, this point is the common. CSS same nature, sir. JavaScript is also same nature. Our total course, 3 technologies, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. All are client-side technologies only. These all the subjects, programs are translated, executed and produced outputs on client machines only. So servers support we doesn't require here. That's why we said as a pure and completely client dependency technology. But who is responsible in client machines, sir? That yesterday we discussed together. Browser, yesterday's explanation. Who is the responsible in client machine, sir? Browser is the responsible. I'm saying client machine. Machine is a computer, suppose. Computer inside we have a lot of softwares. In that softwares, one of the software is browser. Browser is the key role it is playing here. Can you open websites without browser? No. Reason, browser is your executor. Browser is your translator. That is the browser compulsory to open any website. This point once again I'm repeating, sir. Why we should call as a client-side technology? Because HTML always depending on the client machines. Either laptop or desktops or mobiles or TVs or car or bike or watch. I have the smart watch, sir. I'm opening a website. Your HTML code executed in your watch only. Your CSS code is also executed in your watch only. I have some car, sir. In that car, I can access the internet, sir. If I open any Google Maps or JioSaavn or something, that source code executed in my car only or in your bike only. So which client machine you are going to using? In that client machine only, they are going to operating. In this client machines only, your program is translating and executing and producing the outputs. Is there any special, sir? This point you are separately highlighting, sir. Now Java program not executing like this. That's why I'm saying clearly. And PHP program also not executing like this. Python program also not executing what I said like that. Even .NET, ASP.NET program also not doing this functionality. So your advanced Java, Spring, .NET, ASP.NET, PHP, Python, all these are the server-side technologies. It's not client-side technologies. Why we call server-side, sir? They're always depending on the server mission. The source code translated in server mission, code executed in server mission, results produced in server mission, but results displayed on the client mission. Why, sir? Because user always waiting on the client machines only. See that one? But this is user. They requested for watching of output, user can travel to server location. No, gada. So if you perform any operation in the server, final output data should be displayed on the client machine. Then only users they can watch that data. So server-side technology is the final result only displaying on the client machine. Except the result displaying, rest of all activities performs in servers only. Quite reverse to client and server. One common point in both is output displaying finally on the client machine's screen only. Output to both technologies are displaying finally on the displaying means printing. Printing before activity is completely shifted. So I'm calling one servlet program, sir, Java program, one servlet program. But servlet program translated in server, this server, translation. Reasons are servlet code also we are writing in English only. That must be converted into machine understandable format. Translations performs here. Execution, server. Data protected in server. Protection of the data. A protected data sending to the client machine. And that we are seeing as a result of your request. Comes to the client machine, sir. So your client-side technologies program translated in client machine, executed in client machine, data produced and displayed in client machine. The server to client variation. So orange color lines are HTML, green color lines are servlet or ASP.NET. Both same thing only. So every server-side technology operation is like this, and every client-side technology operation is like this. Then only we call this a client supporting technology, client-side technology. It is server supporting technology, so server-side technologies. Girls and boys. But one family available, sir. One family. So father, mother, one boy, their kids, one boy and one girl. The father, mother, this is boy and this is girl, right?